When I was 22 years old, my first child was about to be born. I was very happy to be a mother for the first time, but I was very nervous. But the whole process was very uneventful. I lost a lot of blood. After my son was born, the doctor started to give me a blood transfusion. Halfway through, I wanted to go to the bathroom. It took me a lot of effort to get up. After going to the bathroom, I slowly went back to bed. There was another mother in the ward who had just had a baby. She smiled at me. My whole body was shivering. I felt very cold. The woman next to me asked if I needed help calling the nurse. I nodded my head. I asked the nurse for a blanket. When the nurse saw me, she immediately called the doctor. I saw the woman across the room staring at me, and she looked scared. I wanted to ask what was happening, but I could no longer speak. An oxygen mask was put on my face. Slowly, I felt like I was going to lose consciousness. I thought internally, am I going to die? I tried to keep myself calm. I was thinking about my family and my newborn son. I tried to open my eyes, but I felt very tired. My eyes were so heavy. I gave up the struggle. I don't know how long it took, but I left my body. I no longer felt cold. I came next to my son and looked at him quietly. Hoping he would remember me, I then began a journey. I was walking through a tunnel in which I couldn't see anything. I didn't feel alone. I felt a man beside me all the time. He could have been my guide. I was moving very fast. I couldn't feel my weight, I was so light. I loved this feeling. After this feeling lasted for some time, I realized that I was in a new place. I came to a room, but there were no walls or ceiling. A movie began to play. I saw my life. From birth to death. I relive every single thing I experienced. I can feel the joy that others feel when I help them. Looking back on this also brought me joy because I could feel the difference I made in their lives. And I didn't realize it at the time. I also see some of the wrong things I've done. I see the harm I've done to others. There was no judging me. And I was judging myself. Believe me. No one can judge themselves more harshly than they can judge themselves. I felt very ashamed. The wizard asked me, "What did you learn from this?" In his eyes, I got the answer that punishing myself did not make me better. Once I was able to accept God's love, it was easier for me to look at my life. God loves us as much as I love my family. Even when they do something wrong, I still love them. Although there are times when I am not happy with their behavior, it doesn't change my love for them. I often hurt them with my words, but I don't notice it myself. That's just too bad. I can feel their pain. I felt like a failure. When the movie ended, he explained to me my mission on Earth. I was very surprised. All of us are very important to God. I thought he didn't know I existed. I understood that Earth is like a school, and when we finish our studies, we have to take the final exam. That is, everyone's life memories, and then we can graduate and go home. Everything became so meaningful. We started the second leg of our journey. Once again, we were walking through the darkness. I saw a point of light in the distance. When I saw it, I knew that was where I was going. I wanted to get there fast. My heart was filled with longing. It was getting closer and closer. We finally arrived in the light. The feeling is indescribable. There is no pain here, no fear. I was surrounded by intense love. This love is so pure. I felt like this was my true home. I am finally home. It was as if I had merged with this light. It absorbed me, I absorbed it, and we became completely one. I have learned a lot here. It was about us humans and the earth. I heard a voice asking me if I would like to go back. I was confused and wondered why I was being asked that question. Couldn't I choose to stay? I responded out loud, no. After a while, I heard the voice again. Do you want to go back? Again I said, no. The voice reminded me that you have the right to stay. Are you willing to give up your newborn son? Then I saw my newborn baby lying in his cradle. I didn't want him to grow up without a mother. He also told me that if I returned, more people would believe in the existence of God. Then I returned to my body. I felt cold and dark. I had been lying in a hospital bed for 2 days. I could not speak. I felt pain and loneliness. I missed the light so much. I missed my home. It took me a long time to adjust myself. For a long time, I was confused and scared.